Oh, look. Another garbage ass remaster meant to milk away at the masses' money. I mean, Jesus Christ. You know the creativity well's running dry when absolute bottom of the barrel trash like Alan Wake is getting remastered. And the announcement comes from a fucking fan site. I mean, my God. Alan Wake was the most underperforming game in Remedy's history. And I'm sorry if I'm not my usual high energy, chipper self here, folks, but at the end of the day, you get beaten down by this industry's track record and its path curving more and more towards total collapse. With this announcement, I'm utterly convinced that this industry will be dead in 20 years. Where is the creativity? Where is the originality? And where is the fun that was had 20 years ago? You didn't see remastered garbage like Alan Wake lining the store shelves in 2001. No, it's because the developers and publishers believed in a creative experience meant for all. But hey, not that I ever trusted Remedy to begin with, because 20 years ago, they were releasing that overhyped pile of film noir trash known as Max Payne. Never seen a more overrated game in my life. Whoa, dude! Slow-mo with the bullets, man! You play this game stoned and it's like, whoa! Garbage ass out of here, man. Absolutely trash. Only reason that game was popular is because 2 years prior, Keanu Reeves made The Matrix popular, and everybody had to tag along with the fucking slow-mo. It literally dominated film and games for a good 5 years after that. Completely garbage film, by the way. But here we are. Remedy has had catastrophic commercial failure after catastrophic commercial failure. Max Payne set them up very well because everybody cashed in on the slow-mo hype and they didn't know how to craft a good follow-up. Max Payne 2 was a colossal failure, both critically, commercially, and gameplay-wise. Alan Wake was a complete disaster, originally designed as an open-world horror game that they later figured out that they don't have the budget nor the talent to capitalize on, so they scaled it back into a generic third-person shooter horror video game. How many of those were floating around back in 2010? And then they released this garbage. Well, first off, nobody remembers Quantum Break because they made an exclusivity deal with Microsoft. Microsoft gave them money to keep the game exclusive to Windows and Xbox. Well then, Remedy took an exclusivity deal after that game completely flopped with Epic for Control, a game that came out 2 years ago. They then tried to milk everybody a year ago with next-gen upgrades that ended up failing and tarnishing their reputation even further. Wouldn't you know it, the Alan Wake remaster is an exclusivity deal with Epic again. Are you noticing a trend here? Remedy only cares about where the money is. They go where the funds are. They could not give two flying fucks about the end user, their experience, or their dollar. I mean, at the end of the day, folks, at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself the hard-hitting questions. All right? Allow me, Dead Metal of Dead Metal Media, to address said questions to you directly. And furthermore, let me pose this to the public. Why is nobody asking Remedy these questions? Number one, why are these updates not being released free of charge for the PC and Xbox 360 games? It's not like this game doesn't run on the Xbox Series X. It is completely backwards compatible, and it continues to run on PC to this day. Why are you asking for more money? A good, honest developer would provide a free upgrade. You look at something like Man-Eater. You look at something like Halo, like Gears of War, like even The Last of Us Part 2. Even scumbag Sony's doing better than you, Remedy. They're giving free upgrades. Free upgrades for The Last of Us Part 2. Now, Sony has other games they're not doing that for, but this just goes to show Remedy's not picking and choosing. Control wasn't a free upgrade, and now Alan Wake is not. I own Alan Wake physically, bought it the day it came out in 2010. What's that worth to Remedy? They extend a middle finger up to me and tell me to go kick rocks and eat shit, lick their fucking boots and give them more money because of the scumbags that they are, and the state of this industry enables it. If you look at it as a fact, which you should look at things objectively and you shouldn't speculate. The modern gaming public are a bunch of enablers because it never would have gotten this bad if we hadn't supported these practices financially. You can bet your bottom dollar I will not be purchasing Alan Wake Remastered. Now, I do have a few key suggestions. If you're on PC, I highly suggest stealing the game. That is the best way to get the message across to these scumbags that you absolutely are not going to be partaking in spending real-world dollars for a game that you've already bought. I own Alan Wake on PC, and I own it on the 360. Each of these games cost me at least $50. I've got $100 deep into Alan Wake. Sunk cost fallacy not withholding here, folks. Where's my fucking reward for being a dedicated fan since day one? Well, it's not a handwritten note from Remedy thanking me for lining their fucking pockets, buying their fucking houses, and keeping them afloat all these years. No, instead of a thank you note, I find a bill that says, hey, all these wonderful little ray tracing upgrades, we're going to need more money for that. Bunch of fucking clowns. And these degenerates are the same ones who are like Rockstar, who are going to continue charging for upgrades that need not be charged for, continue asking you for real-world dollars when they're not needed. This is an absolute joke. Oh, and if you're on the console, well, first off, I highly suggest not playing the game at all. Why show them the support and the quote-unquote love? But if you insist on playing this regurgitated, generic piece of underwhelming trash, I highly suggest you wait until post-release. The game's value will drop significantly, and you buy it off some third-rate flipper on eBay because your money's better spent lining his pockets to feed his family than going to any of those jokes over there at Remedy or indirectly supporting the epic exclusivity bullshit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dead Metal of Dead Metal Media. I tell it the way it is, and at the end of the day, folks, there's no getting around the cruel reality of the world we live in, with shit like Alan Wake Remastered being one of the high-profile releases of 2021. That is how you know gaming is in the shitter.